All right. Speaking of hate, I want to share this with you. I was out. Okay. This is a true story, and it made me rethink. Maybe I'm a little out there. So I was down at the Laker game, and I was out front, and I was just hanging out by a statue or whatever, and some guy yelled out, and he just said, "Hey, LA hater." That's what he said. And Sean, guess what? I turned around like I knew that was it was a crowd of people before a game. And I hear a guy yell, "Hey, LA hater." I turned around. He said, "See, you even turned around."
Because you know, and you embrace it. And it's sad.
It's not sad. What?
No, listen, at your advanced maturity.
What are you trying to say? I'm old now?
No, not at all. It's advanced maturity. I don't call people old because I want to get old one day. You should be able to pivot. Like, I think you should go as far as to write a letter and put it in whatever the major is. What, the LA Times? Is that what it is in LA?
Mm-hmm.
And just apologize.
Apologize.
Yes. For all of the vitriol and malice that you've directed at that organization and their best player, you should write a "I'm sorry" letter.
That ain't happening. All right, here's somebody who should write a "I'm sorry" letter. Okay, it's not yours truly. It is one LeBron James.
Oh God!
Because here we go again. LeBron James believes this Laker team, the way it's assembled, that they are a title contender in the Western Conference. Here's a listen. Listen to this, Sean.
Since 2020, as the team had its ups and downs, we've had some private conversations about just how much winning still matters to you.
Yeah.
You know, you have all the accolades. We talked about the stuff you've been able to earn through this game, but you still want to win. Can you do it here with the Lakers between now and the end of your career? Can it happen again?
Of course. Of course.
What gives you that confidence?
Because we've done it before. We still have two guys who commit every single day, and myself and AD, we commit to excellence and commit to winning. We're not that far off. You know, we were 1 year removed from the Western Conference Finals. This past year didn't go as well as we would like, but we're not that far off. And there's so many teams in the league, you know, so many great teams in the league, in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, but we don't see that we are that far off anyways.
And who was that? Was that Dave McMenamin?
Yes, McMenamin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, LeBron, we had a private conversation. That's all nice. Okay, you're in with him. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know that. That was a reporter flex. You know, we've talked privately, and you know how much you've accomplished and all that. Thanks, Dave. We appreciate that. But ask him some real questions. Ask him about all the play-in that you have to. That you and AD have to be in play-ins. 2 of the last 3 years, you're so good. You and AD, you got to be in the play-in. If there was no play-in, they wouldn't even be in the playoffs. Him and AD together, LeBron's putting up incredible numbers and they still can't win. He doesn't impact winning. How about that, LeBron? Despite your numbers, it's a struggle every year for you guys to make it in. And you and AD were healthy last year. What happened, Lucy? I mean, where are those questions?
Well, first of all, you can't say he doesn't impact winning.
He doesn't.
He's won an NBA championship with 3 different uniforms on.
Stop.
He has.
That's old news.
Those are facts.
That's old news. Stop it.
And let's
I
be
just
honest.
gave you the real facts of 2 of the last 3 years.
What did you expect him to say? And so you love a lot of things in life, but for some reason you just are disgusted with anything LeBron James. Because if he would have answered that question and said, you know what, we didn't get DeMar DeRozan or Paul George or Valanciunas, so you know what, we probably can't win it this year. Then you would have been hating on him for not believing. At least he said the right thing as the leader and face of the team. He said, we still got me and AD, which basically is saying, I don't know about the rest of these slappies, but I know the best 2 players on the team have done it before.
Well, how about this question?
What else should he have said?
At the pushback from Dave to say, okay, you and AD, but still it took 2 of the last 3 years you guys needed to be in the play-in just to make the postseason. Why is that, LeBron?
Can we agree on this? Can we agree
Why
on
is
this?
that?
Can we agree on this? LeBron James and Kevin Durant are the 2 most publicly sensitive, great NBA players of our generation.
They're the most sensitive of all time. The most
absolutely. And so you're asking the one guy who's finagled his way into the good graces of LeBron to be able to get this interview to basically ban himself. Because if he would have followed up with the wrong question, guess what? It wouldn't have been him next time LeBron decided to do an interview.
Hey, LeBron, you have a coach who didn't even coach rec ball or was a coach in high school or college. How in the world do you expect to win a championship? You really a coach with no experience? Can you tell me about J.J. Redick and how you expect? What do you know about his coaching strategy to make you believe that?
Hey, I'll say this, hat tip to the Lakers organization. I mean, what a job they did. They never were hiring Coach Hurley. But they had to make the public believe they were attempting to, and they had to fall back on J.J. Redick, which is exactly what LeBron wanted from the very beginning. Now, we'll see if J.J. Redick's any good. You don't know that. I don't know that.
You thought Jeff Saturday was good when he was hired.
I did not think Jeff Saturday was good. But
there were a lot of your NFL.
Jeff Saturday didn't get a fair handshake. He didn't get a fair chance.
Yes, he did.
He was taken out of the booth
line
mid-season and took over another guy's staff and another guy's personnel and was basically said, get us to the end of the season. J.J. Redick got the job in the offseason. He gets to go through a full preseason. He can push. He can get rid of guys, add guys, start who he wants, build his own staff. These are slightly different.
No, but my point is that Jeff Saturday had no experience.
Fair.
And all I'm saying is you don't know that J.J. Redick could be Jeff Saturday, and it could be a disaster. And it is a big gamble for LeBron and the Lakers with the team. You could wind up wasting LeBron's last 2 years if J.J. Redick isn't a good coach or doesn't know what he's doing.
But then that's fully on LeBron.
Well,
he signed off on this.
I know, but this is what I'm just saying. Like, if you're the Lakers and LeBron, you got to think this through and say, this is not where we want to go. You don't have 8 years to get it right. You got a couple of years, and look at the Western Conference. It's loaded, Sean. It's like your taco you had. It's loaded. Extra hamburger meat, extra cheese, extra lettuce. It's too much.
I don't know if LeBron only has a couple years. He may be playing when Bryce gets to the NBA. Listen, Bron doesn't look like he's old. He's still giving you buckets. He's still doing everything he used to do. Like, he has not aged like 99% of the great athletes we've seen, irregardless of sport.
Have you watched him play any defense? Have you watched LeBron?
The things he has done.
I'm asking you.
Well, in the NBA where no one really plays defense, I'm not really sure what defense is considered.
Okay, so LeBron looks fine to you like everybody else? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he does not look. When Jordan, as great as Jordan was, and Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time, even though he could get buckets with the Wizards, it looked different. LeBron doesn't look different offensively.
How in the world does LeBron and AD struggle to get into the postseason? I'm just asking you. It's everybody else's fault?
I don't know if it's everybody else's fault.
All you need is two players in the NBA.
How tough the West is.
Well, that's the problem that I have with LeBron and the Lakers. And I don't think when you look at these other young teams, younger legs, all the other situations, and always in the back of your mind, the injury thing is going to be there. AD somehow was able to stay healthy, and so was LeBron. But these guys have been banged up the last few years.
Let me say this. COVID saved LeBron's legacy when it comes to the Lakers.
There's no doubt.
Because they were doomed when Magic Johnson took Lonzo Ball instead of Jason Tatum. They still are trying to recover from that significant mistake. And then they got a break during COVID. The old team that was banged up got a break. They got the rest up.
They got 4 months. They got a 4-month rest.
They came back, and, why they ever got rid of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee.
None of it made sense.
Who were perfect
100%.
To go next to AD and not where he doesn't have to play center. Think about if they had JaVale McGee against the Nuggets, and AD could play the 4 and not be tasked with guard and joker. Maybe, just maybe in those fourth quarters, he'd have been able to produce more offensively. Not saying that fixes all the Lakers' problems, but I'm just saying it's been mistake after mistake during Bron's tenure there. What are they on their fourth coach since LeBron joined the Lakers?
And I just don't know. If you get rid of, here's my problem with the J.J. Redick. Darvin Ham took them, as LeBron mentioned, to the Western Conference Final. Not 4 years ago, last year, okay? Not 4 years ago, last year. And you even hung up a banner because you thought it was something special, right? So they went to the Western Conference Final, and then they hang up a banner for the in-season tournament. That was all.
That was dumb.
That was all within a year, right?
Yeah.
A year and a half. And they go from that to Darvin Ham's got to get out of here. That's where I got an issue with that.
Can
Which
you
one
agree
is
on
it?
this? You can have an opinion on whether you think they should have or should not have hired J.J. Redick. But it's very difficult to have an educated opinion on how successful he will be because we just don't know.
No, we don't know. I agree with that. Nobody knows. He could be an absolute disaster. If they could lose their first 10 games.
He could be gold.
He ain't no Pat Riley. That Pat Riley's team had already won a championship when Pat Riley got there. That whole comparison of Pat Riley.
95% of the current NBA head coaches can't be Pat Riley.
No, but I'm just saying that was a ridiculous comparison. That Pat Riley did come off of television, but they had won a championship the year before. It's a totally different team.
We'll see if LeBron and JJ's barbershop talks, if they manifest themselves into better outcomes for the Lakers. I know it's a lot of people in the state of California that are hoping it does.